Alrighty guys, give me just a moment to, okay, I have to click it every time before I start streaming it. So I had a few people ask me to stream tonight. It's 2 o'clock in the, well, it's close enough to 2 o'clock in the morning for me. I didn't really want to stream tonight. I was going to go to bed a little bit ago, but, normally I don't go to bed until 6 a.m. So, right now I'm going to give them a little bit of tour of Doomfort, so if you guys have already seen my stream, it's not going to be much new. This is the center tower. I've got 5 beacons in here. I've got this one right here. It is solid emerald. I have Lorenzio to thank for that. It is literally solid emerald. There is no lie. It is completely freaking solid. I don't know how he did it. He got all the emeralds for it. He got them in under 20 minutes. He says he has a really good emerald farm. I don't know how. I do have a few commands too, so if you think I'm cheating, oh well. I built this thing thus far in survival. There are... Let me make sure OBS isn't freezing up. Good. Okay, there are 9 pods. There's the center tower. This is the boss tower. That beacon obviously will never stay there. It will eventually be moved once I get up to the 6th level. I've been building this for 2 months. I've got this pod, that pod. I've got 4 pods done. But, oh my god, no arrows. Can't see any arrows, that's bad. Anything unregistered in here is because my texture pack. I don't have magma blocks registered. The pack's not that updated. And I don't think it'll ever be that updated. I do have haste going. The only reason I have haste going is due to the fact of mining under this massive thing. I have to get it to bedrock, so obviously I want the beacons to be effective. This is a little bit of an aerial view. That's the pod I'm starting the spawn floor on. That would be the 2nd level floor. I got 4 bridges going across here. I'll show you those in a minute. And yeah, I've done a ton of work. I've got to get all 4 of those pods ready by this weekend. I don't think I'm going to accomplish that. I actually need to get over here and get to that side. So basically the pods work by people grinding materials. People say, oh, well, I'm getting a lot of resources. No, not really, because a lot of those resources go over to my... Oh boy. I might have to get off the stream, Cannon, sorry. I'll have to look at the comments and stuff, because if not, I won't be able to see my own comments and stuff. Better just connect to my chat at least. So I better tell him. I'll have to restart the stream just a little bit. That's alright. But yeah, this is the work I've done. So I'll re-say what I said to you, because I can hear anything you say right now too. So if you want to say stuff, you can. I can fully hear you. So Morona RN is the person that's going to go over there. Yeah, this is like 2-3 months worth of work. It's a lot of stuff. You have no idea how much this actually took to build. People think this would take a little bit of time. It took a lot of time. I don't even know how to explain how much time this took. In game time, of active game time, probably 2 or 3 weeks worth of active work with like 6 people helping me. The original first month I had building this, I had a lot of people helping me consistently. These first 4 pods got done within a week of the beginning of this being done up to here. Ooh, witches, huh? I feel bad for you and your witches. So yeah, yeah, it's a lot of work I've done. So I'm gonna give Morona the replay of everything I said. Basically, I've built this for 2 real-life months. A month of that I wasn't here. I was moving between my house to my apartment. I lived with foster parents, so I wanted to get my own place, obviously, eventually. I'm old enough to be on my own, so obviously I wanted to be on my own. It was 2 years after. Here's a bit of this. These are the central bridges. Central bridges, 2 of them are crooked. I can't fix them. I'm not gonna fix them. So I am having another streamer on my audio, so if you hear a little bit of a replay of what he's saying, I'm sorry. He'll probably hear himself talking. If he does, sorry. In case you wanted to say anything, you could say them out loud. So in this pod, basically, there's no way out. Once you get in, there's no way out. Now, in order to actually get into my pods, you have to, or to get to the next pod, you actually have to take, I hope I got enough items to do it. Also, that stuff right there is unregistered because it's a texture pack. So in order to get from one pod to the next, you have to, okay, so this door is open now. Now, this is the second level. I wanted to make it a little bit more tricky than the first, so I built bridges. These bridges, Canon, if you're watching this, you might want to pay attention for a moment. These bridges are made out of pure end rod. I'm going to change my texture pack real quick so people can see it in vanilla, so everybody can identify everything. Basically, it's an end rod bridge that you have to walk over to get to the other side. You have to get all the way to the other side, and to get to the other side, you gotta walk. Once you get to the other side, once you get to the other side, obviously you're out to the next pod. Repeat the process of grinding. In order to open the pods, you have to grind materials. Those materials are thus opening the door. It takes about 3 rows of material for the basic pods I have, which I will be fixing. People were complaining about that. The only reason those 4 pods took forever is because the Doom Fort is set up to be difficult, but it is also the beta, and I didn't want people getting to the rewards in 5 minutes, so I made it a little bit of a challenge. But this is the end rod bridge. If you guys don't know what end rods are, they're blaze rod and popped coarse fruit. If you don't play PC edition, they're basically the new End Islands rewards, yeah, you gotta walk over to get to the other side. This is how Doom Fort can kill you in more ways than one. I wanted a little bit more of a challenge. I made more of a challenge, so now there's a different challenge. Rather than just avoiding mobs, now you have to avoid falling. So it's a little bit more of a great, it's a great view to Doom Fort. Now, people don't understand the cost of this. They don't really want to know the cost. It's going to take around 2 million stone to complete this, and then I'm going to rip out 90% of this thing and rebuild it from the ground up. The reason I took off the texture pack, I did just want people to see what I had going. There's a lot of stuff in here that still needs done, and it's got to be from sky to bedrock. It's going to be over 200 pods in here. And when it's done, there's going to be 40 different sets of bosses. Some might be a little repetitive, but they're not going to be as easy as the last one. So say you get skeletons the first time, well, say you get to the 10th floor, and there's more skeletons. Well, those skeletons are going to be a little bit harder to defeat than the other skeletons. And there might be some other mobs mixed up in them too. So you're not just going to get a simple little fight. I want there to be a challenge, and it is intense. It's intense because the mass amount of spawns that can occur, but not usually do. I'll show you actually, because I moved my Doom Fort warp to this one, and this is why I also took off the texture pack, because behind this, the magma blocks won't register. So there are rules and warnings for a reason. I only have one rule. You've got to follow this one rule to receive the rewards. This weekend, $5,000 server cash is being donated. That's enough to get like so much stuff. That's a lot of stuff that you can actually buy with that 5,000. And if you don't want to buy stuff with it, you can expand your claims by 5,000 blocks. A lot of people like that, so I've started a money reward, and I have another $2,000 I can give out. I play a lot, so I have a lot of money to give out. It works. Now, this, oh god, I keep breaking that, and I feel bad every time I do. Someone designed this a little bit, and there's string. I don't know why there is string. They wanted string, they put string, and let them put string. Now it says if you die, lose any items, this was fully at your own this is fully at your own risk. If you don't read the rules, I am not at fault. I'm not at fault on losses. Now, people cheat and if people cheat and do use fire arrows in the Doom Fort, there is a repercussion. There is a 3-strike ban from the rewards. But first off, it says read this left to right, top to bottom. This goal is to A, collect drops, donate them in open pods. If you do not want to donate them in open pods, you can keep those drops. That is 100% legal. So if you just want to come to a big arena, test out your new armor or something, or this or that, you can do so. And it is achieved by finding mobs. I did misspell this. It is achieved by finding mobs that are scattered all around Doom Fort by loading the pods. Rates do vary, so be patient. I want people to be patient. It's not 100% effective. There are mistakes and stuff with Doom Fort. Doom Fort's not 100%. If it doesn't work, go back to the warp. The current rules and regulations are as follows. There's only one rule, and there's 2 regulations. The rule, there is a no bow tolerance. Violation of this will result in 3 warnings before you are unable to receive any Doom Fort reward. This is a rule for a reason, and it is due to PvP bypass of arrow fire damage. Please follow the one rule. It's the only rule I've got here. You can follow one rule. It cannot be that hard. Now I have the MIC. There are 2 MICs that you can get. I have an MIC2, that is Queen Marmalade. She's done most of this work, other than just me. She should be an MIC2. Or she should be the MIC of MICs. And is most important contributor or combatant. So you're either the most important contributor or you're the most important combatant. There's only 16 spots. If these are all taken up, you can't get any spot on here without another one being wiped off. I have a private little thing of knowing how much people have done. And if you're just competing for it, you can't get in there. Only if you are helping with beta tests, other tests, or you're grinding in there when there's no reason to grind. So, with that said, I'm going to hit this button and warp in. I'm not going to read the rules. You have to read the signs, because as a safety measure to the rules, please stand real close to the warp. Now people are like, oh, but I can stand here. Nope, you literally have to smash your face in it and hit the button. Be warned. Now, apparently not much is spawning. That's alright. There's not very many people on either. The more people that are on and the less people that are spawning mobs, the more spawns that are in this. And there's a lot of XP sitting around. Now I better get my chest plate on. I have this set up to where donations are accepted through redstone craft signs. I have most of this set up to be wireless redstone. Now, I'm not making this in survival impossible. I'm just making it to where it's nice looking. If I wanted to make a bunch of hoppers and hopper lines, I would. But I don't want it to ruin the look of Doom Fort. Now, again, I do plan to use more than just Doom Fort. And I plan to make some skyscrapers that are semi-tall, maybe half the height of Doom Fort. That would be about 100 blocks worth of build. That would be a very massive amount of a skyscraper. And I think that if I get 12 of them built like I want to, the insides will be designed the way they need to be, and they will be for code. One is already designed for Bumpy Bob, double or 777 or 000 into 7. He is a manager currently, but when I started, he wasn't even I think he was a mod when I left, and I came back. It's been 8 months since he became staff. 9 months, 10 months. It's almost been a year. And a lot of stuff is going on in Minetown, and now he's a manager. He is one of 3 managers currently. I don't know if they're adding the 4th manager yet. He automatically gets one. He's done a lot of progress. His city is the biggest in the server, and it's very fantastic. So I see no reason why he should get anything. Now, someone opened up that pod. Basically, that's a bunch of drop items. Once that's open, 4 of these have to open in order for the middle to open. Once the middle opens, the boss is able to be beat. Now, once the boss is able to be beat... Oh, I better turn my particles off or I'm going to lag badly. That's probably going to raise my FPS up pretty good. Raised it up by almost 10. Okay, keep going. Okay, about 8. That's good FPS change. Now, I built these pods to be massive. I should have built them a lot further away from everything else, but I didn't want to scatter out 100 and 200 pods around the world. Now, how sweet that would be? Yeah, that would be definitely pretty sweet. The pain in the butt that would be to have warps set to each and every one would be ridiculous. Now, I didn't want to go and claim half the world for my one event, so I didn't. I built them stacked. Now, they do not prevent spawns on all the levels. Actually, there's no spawns right now because there's nobody. Oh, there's either somebody's AFK farming or something, because there's too many hostile mobs being spawned in the world for me to get anything. That's the only problem. So I'm going to sit over here for a minute. Now, it works with the server render distance the further away the person is. Yeah, the end rods are a very good use of it because I find them cheap and effective. And they're also great for string-looking designs. They're great for bars. And actually, I think my most favorite... I think my favorite look on Doom 4 is this second bridge. This is my favorite look because on one top you've got them pointing this way. On the bottom you've got them pointing the other way. And then I've just got double sides on the side. No end rod design on the side. Compactor bridge. This is actually from the first boss. I don't want people running, but you can run over this. This is from the first boss. The first boss is a charged creeper. Not a very difficult boss to fight, just an upgraded creeper. So it's not like it's a terrible thing to do. Now, I will show on this how to turn this, how to open this. To open this pod, all you have to do all you have to do is donate 4 items. Any 4 items you choose. Once you donate all 4 items, it opens. So it can go after any target it chooses. So, it's a cross redstone design. It's literally just torches on top of this that are able to reach any of the distances across. They can reach across. That way, the distances are all the same. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 across in any direction. It's 9. Redstone goes 15. Once one's pulled out, that thing is active again. So it's a very simple design. By far simple. There's no way you can screw it up. So, I think I got everything. I've got 10 minutes so when I started. So yeah, it's a very simple opening design, and it's very simple to get that boss open. And I don't think if you can't open that, you really have a problem. Okay, so I can't render entities. Oh, that's what's happening. Okay. I'm going to relog. I forgot that when I'm using that resource pack and I reload it, mobs don't tend to reload, so I'll be able to see them now. I love how it does that to me. It's so freaking hilarious. There's a big chat delay. So now let's test it. So I know this warp by heart. I know how to use this. Now I'll be able to see the mobs. Now be warned, I had a little design put on this to where it actually says something. I want people to be warned. So if you don't read the be warned, then you have literally got to be the most retarded player in the world to walk into here into a room full of mobs and not hope to die. Literally, my entire idea of Doom 4 is to die. When I get all 200 floors done, when everything is complete, at least everything's functional. Look, there's a zombie. Good. There's stuff spawning. I can see them now. So now that stuff is able to be visibly seen, I can show you guys how Doom 4 works. So, Doom 4 is based on fighting mobs. Very simple technique. Kill them. It can't be that hard. And now I'm going to put my bow up so I don't think people think I'm cheating. Now, I think it's really simple and straightforward on how this works. You just donate drops. I just do that. I'm not going to do it there because I'll waste 13 flesh. And each item counts for everything. Like, there's literally no reason to waste items and stuff. You literally go and find these signs. I'll put a redstone torch. You can't miss them. You'll be able to see them, and they'll have something written on them. It says, 4 pods are done. What's next? Fill to find out. Okay, so apparently I can't see mobs again. I don't know. This is why I didn't use Optifine. This is why I hate Optifine. I can't stand the glitching with the mobs in this place. This is the original reason I didn't use Optifine. The only reason I like Optifine is due to this neat little torch thing where I can walk around with the torch. That is the only freaking reason I use this mod. It's the only reason I use it. You know what? I'm going to restart my game without the Optifine. I don't need Optifine. It gives me double the FPS. I really don't care. So I'm going to restart this. Oh, hey, look, Daisy's watching. That's neat to know. Oh, Canon, it's not my world, honestly. I'm going to drop your stream that'll watch mine. If you see what I'm doing. I am sorry about that, but gotta see how many people I've got and all that. I am reloading my game, so give me just a moment. The launcher open. So yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna load this up. That way I don't have the Optifine glitches. I do not want the Optifine glitches. I hate them to hell. They bug me, and they don't really help me with anything other than better FPS. So they give me that torch thingy. That's cool and all, but I don't need that. So there's my game. Oh, also I went to the store the other day and I bought me a Mio. I thought it was the same flavor I got, just not the energy style. Because the energy style, it gives you 18 servings rather than 24. So that's 4 or 5 bottles less of drink I can make. And I grabbed a berry pomegranate rather than the Acai Berry Storm I wanted. I will not drink that. I wasted $5 on it, and I cannot drink it because it is disgusting. There's my game. Okay, there. Everything's fixed. Now I'm going to fix this and join back up. Yeah, Canon, it is a great world. It really is. But I don't own this world, sad to say. I only own my Doom Fort. I'm going to go back in and load this up one more time. Because I don't want any more Optifine glitches. I'm sick of them. Yeah, so everything's... Oh, God. And ever since I installed Optifine, I'm having spins on my mice. So... Oh, my God. What's up with this? Oh, my God. Okay, so, look at this already, right off the bat. A whole ton of mobs. So here's everything I have to deal with, and, wow. Yeah, sorry, Marone, if it's sorry if that's a bit more than what you can stand. This is all me taking up the other guy's armor. What a cheater. I don't like this, but I'll have to deal with it. So, oh my God, spinning on that mouse is going to drive me absolutely insane. Using my freaking pickaxe, no wonder I'm having problems. Die, why don't you die? Well, hello viewers, I have 6 people watching, this is really nice. I am fighting in Doomfort tonight, rather than just usually watching it and building it. I wanted to give people a little bit of a side view of what's actually there. There's 2 extra people watching, so I feel really nice right now. It was really nice having extra people watch. So, yeah, that was a bit of a fight. So to open the doors, you donate drops. It's very simple. You just smack the sign, right-clicking. If you happen to get redstone, you just shift right-click. It'll give the stuff to you. Huh. I guess that's what lets you put more sticks in there. Oh, dirtbag. Die. So the reason I have the pod spawns up top is because stuff will spawn above, and they won't go right for the player immediately. They will wait until their pathfinder tells them how close to get to you. They're going to want to walk above you. These trapdoors are meant to make them fall. Everybody knows about the trapdoor thingy. If you didn't, the mobs see this, but actually this. Instead of getting this, they get gravity, and they fall. They come right to you. So, with that being said, this is a great way to have Doomfort work. And people that keeps flipping these things, I'm going to murder because it drives me nuts when people do this. That's why I'm updating the redstone and trapdoor theme, because people keep using that and it's driving me nuts. And I have no way other than doing a either a redstone line or redstone block design. I can mine redstone up here, and that should power the block, but I've not tested that yet. I would keep everything shut, like automatic, like nobody can screw with them. But people literally do this, and it's just so annoying that they go in here and fix this. If I use iron trapdoors, nobody could screw with any of this. You wouldn't get anything out of it. So yeah, that's why I'm upgrading the iron trapdoors. But for now, I have to get Doomfort working. I'm not going to go and grind that much iron every time I build a pod. That would be very, very expensive per pod. No, spawn rates are based on how many people are on. There has to be a lot more people on for my spawn rates to go insane. But technically, if nobody was on, I would get all the hostile spawns. However, the less people are on, the lower my spawn cap is, so I can't get a ton of good mobs around me when there's nobody on the server because the spawn caps are lower than they are if more people are on. However, I've figured out that if there's 4 people in the warp area and nobody in Doomfort, there is a ton of spawns in this first pod. I mean, out of the world spawns. Like, there's a mob on almost every block or 2. It's insane. But then you get people to walk away, and they start dipping and going away. Like, look, these zombies just walked over here. Look, they're just going to fall. They're just going to fall right on off. Because that's exactly why I designed this. Now, in some of the events I build, like the location finding ones, once you find a Doomfort, the warp to it activates once you step on the plate. I'll have to figure out how to get that to work once Daedalus is able to help me figure out why it worked, or how to get their teleportation signs to work in that manner. They should work in a specific manner. The Doomfort that's located out in the wild, they will be themed beyond belief, and they will be so hard to figure out they're there before you find them. A few of them will be under the ocean, scattered out throughout the world. I want one of them to be a prismarine structure, so it looks like a prismarine temple, but it's not. They will have to be claimed. Sadly, I have to claim them. So if you look on the world map, you can instantly locate the Cinemagons. However, that's the only reason I have that is because if there's a bunch of semi-valuable blocks, people will literally rip the place apart and take everything. You can warp the Doomfort if you want, just if you go in, make sure you read the rules. If you need materials, store everything before you warp that you don't want to keep, just in case you decide to go in. I have materials available if you want to use. They're not the strongest, you will die very easily, but it is at least good for testing how difficult Doomfort really is. All the armor I have is randomly enchanted, but it's only at the gold armor rating. For a reason, I don't have the ability to make it really easy. However, I do plan sometime soon to make Doom 4 have a trading system. I think once I get the second level set up, I will have that trading system put in place. I don't know how I'll have it set up yet. I've only got some of it set up and designed. Don't have a lot of it figured out yet because it's going to be a lot of work. I've only got a little bit figured out, and I'm going with it as I go. But again, there are certain things I have to fix and solve and understand. In order to get the trade sign, I want trade signs to be effective. But if people can figure out how to farm emeralds like Lorenzia, they can get these books like cake. I don't want people to be able to get the books like cake to enchant their armor or get an armor upgrade for free. So, not very many people have emerald farms taken, that is true. But if people can find ways to use Doom 4 and use it at an advantage, I will prevent people from using it. There's a lot of stuff I still have to figure out, and I'm still just understanding how to get this stuff set up, because there's specific ways I want it to set up, and that's interesting. Oh, the string's over here, so it doesn't, like, grow sideways. That's a good idea. Interesting. String below it, string above and beside it. Interesting idea that is. String all around it. And string below it so it can't grow. That's really, really smart. Although, the string I broke was supposed to go under it. That would explain a lot. That way it doesn't go anywhere. Alright, well anyway, read the rules. Do read the rules if you want to test it. I'm gonna go see if spawns are good. Hey, look at these spawns. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff with. Okay, look, the spawns are great right now with you not in Doom 4. Look at that. Look at that. The spawns are decent right now. So the more people are actually out that warp, the more stuff that spawns in here. It raises the difficulty a little because more people means the mobs are gonna have a higher chance of dying, and they want challenge, so they don't want to die instantly. So a lot of them will spawn. And for you fact people out there, you can actually get armor in diamond from random zombies. The chance of actually getting them to drop is almost impossible. You have to spawn a bunch of diamond zombies for that. So look at all these zombies. We've got a good amount of zombies and creepers. We don't have any skeletons. There's one skeleton so far. No spiders. Good, because spiders are freaking ridiculous. Creeper, are you seriously just gonna let him shoot you? Like, seriously. Boom. So, this is Doom 4 again. It's just a simple design. I don't know. I mentioned to everybody that watches the stream, I screwed up the center tower by a little bit. The outside pods I perfected. The inside pods I screwed up. Oh my god, not a witch, not a witch. This is a bad time for a witch. It's a really bad time for a witch. And yes, I am using an axe. Daedalus showed me that axes have a higher attack damage. I'm gonna go kill that witch now. Now I'm all healed up. I want to kill a witch. So, wow, 3 hits on that. Good, 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 good. That's nice. Oh boy, there's more than one witch out there. Come on, buddy. Let's have a party. Not poison. I did not want the poisons. Not all the poisons. Okay, I did not want to be poisoned. Did not want to be poisoned. This is really bad timing. Run, run as fast as you can. Run, 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 run. Heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me. Run, run, run. So actually, if you run your food out of business before you take damage, you can save your healing just a little bit, thank God. So, there is enough room to escape the mobs, and that spider didn't touch me at all. Look at this, holy God. I hope you're ready for this, because you have a horde of mobs on you. This is Doom 4 for you. Best spawn rates I could make without it being like a... I didn't want it to be farmable, like, so I don't want it to where I can, like, farm everything. So... if I wanted to, I could actually design the floors a little differently, make it to where the trapdoor effect is on the bottom, And I could effectively make this thing a giant chute. That way mobs walk off the top of it and stuff. But I didn't want to do that. Finishing. That's all on you. There's a lot of stuff I designed. But I didn't want to cheat a little bit. I wanted a little bit of difficulty with the grinding. I would love to actually design a floor that I could grab these mobs through and effectively grind them to the core, have them drop through all the way to the bedrock and collect a ton of drops. But I just found that to be too easy, so I didn't do that. And it would have taken a lot more wood to finish my design. I wanted a solid dark design, and if I open up trapdoors all around this, there's going to be a little bit more of a light design to it. Yeah, again, if you die in Doomfort, that's at your own risk. You entered with your own risk. Oh, right, creeper lifts. I tried doing this in one of my other videos. Okay, so, yeah, beware. Beware the mobs or something. Yeah, change it to whatever you want. Just something beware, at least beware. So, yeah, this is the actual Doomfort. This is what you're facing. And there's your first death. So, I'm going to go find out where you died. That's why I told you not to come with much stuff, because now it's all over the floor. My freaking swirly on my mouse is driving me nuts. Okay, good job. Now shoot that arrow at that zombie. Okay, so, well, I want Doomfort to be a little deadly to beginner players, but once you get diamond stuff, I don't even know if I'll ever sell diamond, because if people can figure out how to get right to diamond, then they're kind of just like, there's a lot of crap I don't want to deal with the diamond. God, I want to eat something to snack on, but I don't want to eat in front of the audience. Daedalus has done a lot of the redstone, by the way. I have not done any of the redstone except the chest blocks. The chest blocks are the only thing I've done, and the just simple things. He did all the lock limits, everything else other than what I was doing. So, yeah, there's not much work there done on that level for me. And I don't know what weapon you had. What weapon did you have? Because I don't have any weapons in here. If you want a better weapon, I've got tons of iron swords. So, gold armor is the ultimate challenge. Daedalus knows what he's talking about. He tested it in gold armor. Oh, did he? Okay, Daedalus is. Be warned. Should be warned. Okay, so he's fixing that. Be warned. Okay. I wish it could say warning, danger, or something cool. But yeah, do you even have a real weapon? Stone is not the weapon for Doomfort. I'll get him. Oh god. Okay, I got your stuff. Yep, that's Doomfort for you. You need a better weapon. That's why I give gold armor, diamond, or iron swords. Daedalus Doomfort does that to me. And besides anything, if you don't want to die, then why don't you make an iron sword? You should really make an iron sword. Just a diamond sword would be smart, but I wouldn't go make diamond yet until you actually have enough to spare. That is a good point to make. I can barely hear myself right now. I hope there's not any double echo in my stream. I want to be able to hear myself slightly because I want to know what I'm saying. I don't want to sound like a complete idiot or a complete douchebag, but I do want to have a sound. I'll be right back. I'm grabbing the Pop-Tarts. I want something to eat. For any of you that actually watch your calories, Pop-Tarts are they're anywhere from, I have a ton of fish if you want food. You should try, Jade Kitten. Her shop is at Rainbow, Circle at the market. She sells some pretty good food for some pretty good prices. If you need money, I'll lend you some money. But I have a lot of fish if you want fish, and I have a lot of cooked rabbit I can make into stew, which is 500. But Doom Fort is required at 2.5 or 1.5 hunger, so anything over 5 is a bit of a waste unless you get really low on food. I am going to eat food. I do apologize. I have to get me something in my stomach. My stomach is a complete black hole. Yeah, fish is a really good source of food because it's farmable as hell. I probably have 12 double chests of fish right now. Too much, actually, is the right way to say that. Thank you, Daedalus. Say thank you to Daedalus. Mods have the power to help people, you know, and stop thieves. So if someone steals something from you, they have the power to stop thieves too. People take a crap, report them, they'll get your stuff back. I'll test it as soon as I get Morona the armor back. Man, that little nasty doesn't like you, does he? Oh, wow. Baby zombies are a blessing. They will take out skeletons like cake for you. They will run around when they get shot. And they will not get shot at back by the skeleton. I think the skeleton thinks it's murder. It's hilarious. Creeper. Creeper. Got him. Ooh, it's gonna hurt a little bit. See, spawn rates are pretty good right now. They really do vary. They're their own thing, and not everything lasts forever. So eventually these spawns will dip. They just normally do. Everything takes time to accomplish. Thank you for the gunpowder, and give me the gold leggings. Give me them gold leggings. I'm breaking 2 on both of them. Okay, I'm breaking 2 protection 2. Oh, your sword just disappeared. I hope that was what you wanted. Your sword just got blown up by a creeper. A little bit of stuff from the gods. A little bit of a replacement, but not by much. Oh, bam. So, brr. Anyway, the next pod is open. We're going to go to that one. I'm not going to grind the whole night. That's absolutely terribly terrifying and boring. It's absolutely entertainingless to actually do that. Oh, this is going to hurt just a little bit. Boom! Dumb skeleton. You guys are really freaking stupid, you know that? Idiot. So this design was done by Lorenzo. We built this like a long time ago. That's originally I was going to have it, but it turned out to be very ineffective. And getting water to end where you wanted it to was very uneasy. So we stopped that idea. And we made a new one. And that was the trapdoor design. The trapdoor design is much more effective. It's less water, less flag, less redstone. It's really, really good for what it is. So, I'm going to donate what drops I've got over here, see what happens. And, donating my drops is where I'm at. A lot of people don't understand when you're on in this and you're helping me, you're actually on the internet by my stream. It doesn't give much of a last. So right clicking with the claim stick obviously will activate the claim stick. Yeah, most people like it. I've had one person complain about how hard the pods are to open. The idea is to have them sort and auto-dispense items that are not required in the combination lock, so you can eventually figure out what items are being accepted, what items are not. Once you figure out what items are accepted, what aren't, you can sit around and grind the proper mobs and get rid of anything that's not accepted. However, the biggest detriment to the sorting system is that it will not accept armor or stacked items. So discs and leggings, armor, any sort of tool won't be accepted. And this will also prevent people from cheating. So if they put in food, they get their food back. Or at least 99% of it. Would save me a lot of problems. Say they put in a stack of stone, they'll get most of that stack of stone back. It depends on what is needed in the dropper. Hopefully I can make a dropper system where it doesn't keep any of the items. But it will still take a hopper system and an item tower probably. Again, it would be a lot more effective than the normal system I have now, which will accept anything. And if I make the sorting systems go elsewhere, it'll be really hard to use. So, yeah. I think my automatic sorter would be great. I'll probably just drop some frames right there. Yeah, I just dropped a bunch of frames. OBS doesn't like me all the time. When I minimize it for too long, it'll just crap out. Doom 4 is fun, and it's taken a lot of work. I'm looking for more builders and more workers, but it's not the easiest job in the world. And exactly, it's boring as hell. That's what most people's problems are. It's just so boring and repetitive to place all that stone. And I say to them, do you think I like doing what I'm doing? I'm bored out of my mind, and I do it every day. I do it because there's a goal, and that goal has to be completed. This is the farthest I've gotten on any big build of mine. By far, this is the most progress I've made in any of my large builds. Pods, there's going to be 160. Bosses floors, there's going to be an exact dividend of that, which is 40. I was going to have 40, 40, 40, 40 all the way around the Doom Fort, but I couldn't do that because the sizes were way off and they weren't spawning right. Better mentality. What do you mean, Daedalus? The only reason I'm doing Doom 4 is because I'm streaming it, and I don't want to look like a fool and not finish it, because a lot of people, I've had 20 or so messages, which is a hell of a lot more than I expected. People want to see it done. They don't even play on the server. And 20 messages, oh shoot, that's not a lot. But that's better than 0. Like, nobody's not interested in Doom 4. That's a lie. Yeah, 2 million stone is just the base cost. I've not even calculated the slab costs, the interfloor levels. The only costs I've calculated are just the towers. And the floors. I've not added the cost to the new little pods. However, I think it's not even 2 million stone anymore. I think it's a little less because I've altered the size of the pods. I could go and estimate, but that's an estimate. 2 million stone is an estimate. Actually, I can show you what my Doom Fort storage is like, because I have a stone storage. It's 770,000 stone capacity. Break that down, that's 225 double chests. $450 chests for those of you that are smart alecks. It's the best build I've made. It's the easiest build I've made, and it's the easiest to progress on. To progress on it, all I have to do is place stone. I don't have to worry about anything else. Now, I can what? I didn't think I had the ability to use World Edit. Hang on, my stream might cut out for a moment. Hopefully OBS doesn't become a prat. So I can use a wooden axe as an actual normal player. Are you for certain about this? Where'd my frickin'... Where's my chest? My table? What the hell? Alright, well, I'm gonna make one. And, by OBS, I need this. Okay. I'm gonna go do that then. I'm not gonna count the lower levels. I don't want to count any of this. Oh, I figured that part. Ouch. I had someone die in that yesterday. That was amazing. Someone died in that. I'm going to count the stone that I have in the completed sections. That way I don't have any inaccurate counting. Well, I would make an accurate counting, but I don't have any way to build up the sky limit real quick, so I'm not going to try. So I'm going to mark the edge of my claim. That's what I need to do. Need the edge of my claim first. So I'm going to build... I know I'm not above and beyond this law. I am going to nerd poll. Sorry, Daedalus, I am going to nerd poll. Okay, so at the top of this, I need to eat another fish. I'm going to nerd pull all the way up, that way I can use the axe at the top, get an accurate count of the entire Doom Fort. I have to get all the way to the build limit. 128 stone should do it. We'll see what Doom Fort actually has in the costs. And I mind it will count in what I put here. Oh fuck, I forgot. I did these bridges. It's gonna not count in. No, you can keep the kit. I get that back every day. Hopefully I can get to the world limit with this. This nerd pole's inside my claim. I should be allowed to nerd pole. So I'm gonna nerd pole. And we'll see what happens. Okay, that's not high enough, so I'll have to use some dirt. Good. Noob pole. Nerd pole. I always call it a nerd pole. Yeah, they are nerdy. They stick around and they look hideous, just like any other nerd with glasses. Just like me. Although I'm 20, I'm still a nerd. So you can see how high this actually needs to go. You can see how ridiculous of a build this is. I want to get it done, so I will eventually get it done. Okay, there. All but 4 dirt was taken. So what is it? Fucking hell! I almost had that. I jumped off like an idiot. I forgot. I was thunder. Okay, what the hell, man? Davis, what the hell, man? Really? Tell me I can use count. I can't. Nope, I cannot count this. No // count perms. You're gonna have to do it, sucker. Yeah, that sucks. Anyway, that's all good. That's all good. I knew it was gonna happen. Wasted my time on that. So, can you count the stone? I don't know. Can't / count stone. Yeah, well, you come over and count it then. No one sells beacons anymore. Oh, Daedalus, shush. Oh, well, Daedalus, can you come over here and count this? Because I... I would love to see someone try and count that entire Doom Fort. That would be such a pain in the neck. No. Well, that's ruined. God, I'm freezing. Need some warm something put into me. I don't know. Warm. So anyway, if anybody else wants to leave the stream, you can. This is just a basic stream. I'm just probably gonna go do whatever now. I probably want to go to bed. I don't want to sleep all day tomorrow. Although I probably will. I end up doing anyway. I need to set my alarm for 10 o'clock tomorrow. Although that's only 7 hours away, I need to get up at 10 and make a phone call. So yeah, I probably need to get it going. Any questions, comments before I go? The hell, Daedalus? That's so random. Well, it does show your reaction timing. That would be smart. That would be great to know. Wish I had TV. Like to watch me some TV before I go to bed. Oh, anyway, this nerd's getting some sleep. Oh, Daedalus, what do you think of the bridges? They kind of look nice, don't they? Like a surrounding out puncturing little thing. I think if I wanted to do it right, I could like outlink a bridge from there and loop a circle around. Okay. That's pain in the ass, that is. Okay, whatever. Yeah, they do look okay. I wonder if they're the wrong height. Thanks to Lorenzio, I have the biggest stone smelter thingy I could deal with in the world. Although I accidentally burped and put the wrong smelter side fuel-wise. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. Thank you guys all for watching. I know it wasn't long. Oh, Daedalus, if they fall off the bridges, they gotta go back to the warp and try again. If they die, they die. And they gotta go dive after their stuff as best possible. So, I didn't put railings on the top of them. It looks too tacky from a distance. I like the look of them right now. They're simple, they're cheap, they don't take too much time to put the railing on. I am not putting railing on that son of a gun. Took forever to get that done. I don't need to go and modify 80 more of those and modify them all to make them safe for people to get across. Doomfort can kill you in more ways than one. They're screwed. That's it. That's their fault. They entered Doomfort at their own risk. That's the entire reason I noted that. It's the entire reason I put those signs up. If you lose stuff, I am not at fault. However, on a reasonable scale, if you have proof of what you had, I can replace it. So if you make a PE, have a moderator tell me what you lost with what armor enchantments, I will do my best to replace everything in it. If it's Elytra, the falling floors might not be implemented to the higher levels. I think that would be a little bit of a pain in the butt on the basis. I think the falling floors would be their own risk. I'll add the rules for that. If you fall through a falling floor, you fall at your own risk. The falling floors are a bit funny. I should demonstrate that again with Daedalus's stuff. He has this nifty little idea for falling floors, and they work. He has an interesting method to make falling floors, and they work so well. I'm actually implementing them into Doomfort. They are very complicated to make. They take a little bit of time to design, and they are a pain in the neck to redesign. Well, fix once they're done. So the falling floors basically act like sand pits. You walk over them, you light the TNT, that falls, everything else falls, you fall on top of the TNT, you go boom. They are one distance thick. You won't be able to see them coming. And they are so ingenious. I am incorporating them into Doomfort. But they'll probably be on the top half of the levels rather than the bottom half. I might incorporate them in small bits and make them harder and harder to find. I think if I really wanted to, I would design them to put it to where the pressure plates don't always light TNT. They just make a certain amount of the floor disappear. That could be, say, a ring of it or so and so, but I think it'd be a really big pain in the neck to try and design all that. Again, if I do design that, it would be on a sandstone-based floor. I need a ton of sandstone for that. I have a decent amount of sandstone, but it's only enough to cover half the pods I would use it for. So until I get a lot of sandstone, I won't do that. I am building in a desert, so I can eventually get more sandstone for that. But again, my stream is officially over from the basis of it. Yeah, it does. That's why I want to do it. I can't say enough how awesome it is to get ideas. I want ideas for other people. I want public ideas. I don't want just me building this. This is a massive event. This is an event I want millions of people to do. I won't get that, I guarantee it. It's too big of a pain in the butt to build. It takes months to build. Obviously, you don't want to build that. Now, something I've not shown people on a live stream. I do have a spider grinder. This spider grinder is actually in Doomfort. Look at where it's at. It's right underneath this pod. It's underneath the, I think it's yellow pod. It's in the center of yellow pod. Yep, it's definitely in yellow pod. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Yeah, so there's actually a 4-way spider grinder in my Doomfort. That means there's got to be more than just that. So again, over on the far side of Doomfort, I will show up the grinders and stuff I had set up for this. I have a little bit of a tasty view there. Now that cliff I fell into earlier, I'm going to show you what that does. Because it's not just a cliff. It's more than just a cliff. It's my best friend. Because it starts over here. This ravine starts over right here. In here, there is, I think I went too high. Down here, well, Dales, I don't have the stuff for that. This is a skeleton spawner. This is in Doomfort. Again, if you want proof, it's in Doomfort, just by block. But it's in Doomfort. Now over here is the beginning of the era of mobs. There is a ton of stuff over here. I have to mark it out and figure out where I marked it. I keep forgetting where I marked this because I leave just a hole in the place. There's just a big giant hole over here, a single hole. People can find it if they want. They can go and grind whatever spawns, if anything spawns. Where is it? Again, I'll have to find it. I don't remember where it's at. It's somewhere over here. Once I find it, I'll get going. Okay, where is it? It's got a couple grinders. This one moves a little tougher than the rest. Aha. Num num num. Bombs away. So, down here, there is a spider. I already looted everything. I'm leaving the chest there for a reason. There's going to be a reason for that later. I don't know what. I just knew I wanted to leave the chest there. I want to leave it as intact as possible. And over here, we've got a skeleton spawner. Oi, man, what's your problem? They do tend to spawn outside Doomfort like they're not supposed to. Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted. There are 15 or so poison spiders in here. A lot of them are hooked up to the same place. But if I get working right, I will have multiple floors of Doomfort covered in spiders. Literally caked in spiders. Poison spiders at that. However, on here, this poison is disabled, so I think it's a little bit safer than normal servers. So it adds a little bit of difficulty, but not like a terrible ton. I mean, if you're going to complain about Doomfort, don't enter it. Yeah, it's going to be the best project I've done. It's a very difficult project, and I don't know how to state how important this thing is to me. That's why I want to get it done. The more work I get done on it, the happier I'm going to be. I don't want to quit this until it's done, but if life gets in the way, I can't prevent myself from moving on with life and forgetting about a video game. Hopefully the server doesn't reset for 5 years. I know that they've done a lot of work with it, and this is the first reset since Aggie. I don't want another reset, but if they make another reset, that's all on them. I can't stop it, although I would like my build to be integrated, although that would give me an unfair advantage to everybody else around. It would be nice. And I don't care if they wipe all the chests I have and get rid of all my animals. And if they leave the spawners in there, that's great. But it would be really wonderful help. And the only difference is, I think the hardest part of all of this is, see, that's where that is. That's part of the Doomfort shaft. It's in the base pod. So there's a lot of work going on. There's multiple spawners underneath the base of Doomfort. And once I get it going, I will have specific spawn pads to where everything's grounded into one spot. So, like, you stand there, you'll have skeletons spawning up the wazoo just right at your feet. And then they'll be peppering the bottom floor. However, if people start to abuse them and spawn in mass amounts of mobs and make it to where it's impossible to go around Doomfort, I will break them. And I will remove them. Would I prefer this? No. But I won't stop people from having fun at Doomfort. If even one person abuses it, I will probably break every single spawner in there. That will get rid of every spider, every skeleton, and every poison spider from being able to be in Doomfort and making it to where you can't grind string, which is going to be a great help to the upper levels. Bones, arrows, and spider eyes would also be a great doing for the top levels. Now, the top levels of Doomfort, I'm thinking of making the top 5 levels, which is the top 20 pods, witch and enderman based drops for the sorter, meaning you have to go grind witches and endermen, the tougher mobs, to get through Doomfort. I will go after the more rare drops, like gunpowder would not be one of the top favorite picks of the witch drops, but I will focus on bottles, sticks, glowstone dust, and redstone dust as a very big hefty lock combinations. People won't like me for it, but I will do it. And in the end, Doomfort's going to be a very sophisticated Sword Art Online based mob arena. It is the original reason I built this thing. I wanted it to be based off Sword Art Online. I love Sword Art Online so much, I wanted to build something off of it. And Ankrat is what they named the stupid thing. It's unpronounceable, it's Japanese. I nicknamed my build Iron Grad. It is basically Ankrat or Inkrat or whatever the hell you say in the real build. And I built this to my own design, a survival-friendly design. Now, eventually, I do want to have stuff made up to where I can build my own stuff and make my own bosses. However, I don't have the name tag power to do that. And I don't have the sufficient reset material to keep resetting Doomfort. So, I was like, well, why not make a ton of floors, making it take ages to get to the top so I don't have to reset it every time. Yeah, witches are really difficult, but my axe killed a witch in 3 hits. So that's why, if people are smart, they will take... Here's your diamond sword, okay? Here's your attack, 7. Alright, So apparently that's the best weapon. Daedalus has proven this to be wrong. Your diamond axe has the best attack damage. But you don't want to waste the diamonds? Okay. Enchant a golden axe, and it is better than any other tool you can craft. Gold is obviously pretty cheap. Go smelt 3 ore. Boom, you've got yourself an overpowered weapon at the beginning of the game. Now, if you're smart, you'll mend it. You'll give mending to it. And this axe will last you a lifetime. Best investment in the world. What people don't realize is gold axes, for some odd reason or another, their metal is really good for enchanting. It's got the best enchantability there is. And I'll prove it. I'm going to go enchant one real quick. And see what my enchantment becomes. I can enchant 2 of them, so I'm going to enchant 2 of them. Now, I've got tons of sticks from witches and stuff, so I'm going to go grab some sticks. And I also got a witch head. I'm going to grab a couple sticks and make some axes real quick. I'll have to reset my burner in a minute. Every time I shift through, oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I've got a little bit of clearing out to do, so let's get rid of all these bows. Screw all these bows. All these bows, man. How much I want to just murder every bow in the game. Now, I've created a little bit of a thing with my thing. Oh, okay, I wasted a nugget. Oh well. I can burn my axes too, since I can't use them. So, once I get all my bows rid of, Doomfort tends to get a lot of stuff. And bows being the most common pain in the neck. Again, I'm going to make sure I got all of them out. I don't like bows, so I get rid of them. And look, that's how much room extra is created. I'll have to create a sorter advanced later for some of the more common loot. Don't need podzol, don't need that grass, don't need that flesh, and that's better, it can go to hell. And that dirt can go to hell. So I'm going to go enchant 2 golden axes here in a moment. Yeah, what is that crown? Please tell us. Yeah, anything with mending is good. An iron axe has... Woohoo! Wow, okay, an iron axe is just as dangerous as a diamond axe. That's even neater to know. I've got some iron in here. I saw some iron in here. Saw some iron. Where's that iron? Okay, so I'll need some lapis. Now, if I could, I would invent or implement nether portals in there, but I can't really do that. Like, I might just get Amazon Prime just for that, you know? But okay, I need to find some lapis. Yeah, that's why you put mending on it, and then breaking and stuff. But I'm gonna find me some lapis, and I'm gonna show you guys why the if you're worried about killing a witch, attack damage is nothing. Smack a witch with an axe once, it'll have to drink 2 health potions before it'll attack you again. That is a very good thing to consider, because if you don't want to get poisoned, smack that witch once, then smack it 2 more times, and it's out of the competition. I want to get sharpness 5 on a gold axe, but I don't want to waste that just yet. I'd rather wait a moment, figure out where some of the lapis is. I just need 3 pieces of lapis before I can go. You need that lapis real quick. Hopefully he'll donate the 3 pieces I need. I'm gonna go enchant these once I find another. Hopefully I can find 3 more lapis. Shouldn't be too hard. I don't really go mining lapis much. I don't have much use for it yet. Thank you. I was a nerd. I built a design for my first skeleton farm. It sucks. It's compact though. It uses 8 pistons to push them in a hole. So this is the enchantability. Hello, Enderman. Efficiency 4 right off the bat. Okay, doesn't raise up the attack damage any. Still. Okay, apparently I cannot enchant these with regular stuff. That's a bit of a shame. I'm gonna grab me a sharpness and show you guys the damage difference. There's a sharpness in here somewhere. Can use a little bit of the smite sharpness, not the sharpness. Blast protection. Okay, there's 2 sharpnesses. I'm gonna just use them on one of them each axe. Might be a waste just a little bit, but 9 attack damage goes to 10 attack damage. Okay, and then this 7 goes to 8. I mean, that's a really big jump right there. 1 more attack damage. That's nice to know. Mending is not cheap to get. Mending is expensive, but if you use mending on your tools, you kill enough mobs, you get enough XP to fix your items, plus some. Now, if you're smacking around your axe and you're just taking a lot of durability off of it and not killing enough mobs, you're obviously starting to waste time. So, I'm going to show you how quickly these axes die out. I don't want to break that. Oh god. OPX. I don't want to break this, so I'm just going to show you how good it is right off the bat. I don't really have much more sharpness of an option. But, again, for anybody that just joined watching, this is Doomfort. I'm trying to be a little bit more of an exciting broadcaster lately. So if you do like this, please comment, whisper to me how bad I'm going. Yeah. UHC on here used to exist, Morona. Let's give you guys a little bit of a cost analysis on the Iron Axe versus the Gold Axe. I'm going to dual wield. It's not going to do me much good, but I am going to dual wield. I wish I could double smack with stuff, but you can't. They made it to where it's impossible to dual wield. I wish I could go and smack stuff all around me. If anybody can go over to the base warp of Doomfort and maybe help me spawn some mobs in here so I can test out the stuff, it'd be really appreciated. So I'm going to repair some of my stuff real quick. So I don't have much stuff to repair with mending. I don't really carry full mending equipment. So I'm going to pull out the gold axe first. The gold axe is on the left. It's the first thing I'm going to attack with. I'll show you guys what's going on here. Yeah, I'm probably going to get off here in a moment. Yeah, mending is a great thing to use in this arena. Even if you drop your items, using mending on your equipment would be decently acceptable. Especially if it's recent... oh god, I can't think of the word. Ridiculously overpowered. If you get, like, protection for all of your armor, you're not going to have much of a problem in Doomfort. You will only have problems against Creeper Blasts. Doomfort is an all-out arena. That's the reason I designed it, is so it's an all-out arena. You're not going to be able to survive everything. Again, I think it's really nice to know what you're up against. So if you go out with a full protection armor, you're only going against direct melee damage, which is Enderman, spiders, zombies, and that's it. Otherwise, you're weak against creepers and skeletons. So it's an even played out arena. So if you go and make everything even, you're weak against everything, but you have a better resistance against everything. Very creative, very original, very smart. I designed it that way so it's not just a single challenge. Okay, so hopefully I can get some mobs in here in just a moment. I've not had much Enderman spawn in here. They don't spawn unless there's a lot of people around, so I won't get much spawns. Again, I do want people to know why I built this. I built this just for entertainment purposes. If you die in here, don't bring stuff you're going to cry about losing. That's why I told you this. If you want to build... Finally, something to attack. Okay, so, up first is the gold axe. Probably only going to be able to kill a few mobs with this, but look at that. Bam, spider dead. Full attack damage. Boom, spider dead. Spider dead. So, we're going to swap hands here. So, it's not very effective on a one-hit kill. Mobs are not a one-hit kill in this arena. That's nice. In order to one-hit kill stuff, you'll have to find something that fell and took a bit of damage. Stuff that naturally spawned in here is not going to just die off. So, please keep in mind, if you want to one-hit kill mobs, good luck. You're not gonna. You don't even need to get your recharge filled out completely to fully kill them. Again, I'm not going to be streaming much longer. I want to watch my Apocalypse movie again. I don't know why. It's the only movie I've seen once. But I'm probably going to get off here. Thank you guys all for watching. And I'll see you guys the next time. Anybody that's added me, subscribed to me, thank you guys for doing that. It does help me out. It motivates me, and it also lets me know that you guys are watching when you watch again. And speaking of Enderman, I'm going to murder this Enderman real quick. See, so I don't have a very good protection against Enderman. Endermen are the great things. Anything that's not on the rules list is allowed. So if it's against the rules, obviously, bows aren't allowed. That's the only thing I don't allow. However, if you're using potions to harm players, don't be bringing them to Doomfort. And if you bring potions, make sure you're not throwing them directly at players, because some players have their PvP on, and that's unfair to them if you murder them in cold blood on accident. So beware of that. I'm going to be getting going here. I want to get to bed soon, so I'm going to watch a movie and go to bed. It's been a really good time not letting people see this, and hopefully start spreading the word, let people know what I do. I know I'm not the most entertaining person out there, and I know I just play Minecraft. But once this build is done, I plan to stream other things. I plan to get other tasks done and move on from Minecraft. But I don't have a reason to leave it yet. And there's a witch. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will hopefully see you again sometime.